Welcome to this video on occupational therapy in stroke rehabilitation. Every 40 seconds, someone in the world experiences a stroke. But survival is only the beginning of the journey. Imagine waking up unable to button your shirt, hold a spoon, write your name, or hug a loved one. Stroke can suddenly rob a person of independence, but occupational therapy helps rebuild it. Through task-specific training, adaptive techniques, assistive devices, cognitive rehabilitation, and home modifications, occupational therapists enable stroke survivors to regain meaningful participation in daily life. In this session, you'll master the principles of occupational therapy in stroke rehabilitation through high-yield MCQs and realistic clinical case studies designed for undergraduate examinations, OSCEs, and clinical practice. Special thanks to London Heartbeats Z Academy UK for educational support and request listeners. To explore its greater than 200 popular courses, subscribe social media as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube for free regular updates, and not miss future amazing discussions. Bonus tip, if you subscribe to higher level of website membership or annual membership for early and full access to educational videos, and also even to have personal chats and guidance sessions. And yes, only if you subscribe, then you will be notified on future updates, else you will miss on the exciting updates and offers. If you are following, congratulations. You are growing every day. In this video, we will explore what occupational therapy is, how it helps stroke survivors, when these services are indicated, and why they are vital, supported by illustrative case studies. Think of rehabilitation like a construction project. It requires a team of experts working together on different aspects to achieve the desired outcome. Case Study 1, Early Stroke Rehabilitation. A 68-year-old man is admitted to a rehabilitation unit 1 week after an ischemic stroke, affecting the right middle cerebral artery. He has left-sided weakness, requires assistance for dressing and bathing, and has difficulty transferring from bed to chair. Questions. What are the occupational therapy priorities? Which interventions should be introduced? What is the expected rehabilitation goal? Answer. Priorities. Improve independence in basic activities of daily living, ensure safe transfers, and prevent secondary complications. Interventions. Bed mobility training, transfer practice, dressing and grooming retraining, adaptive equipment, caregiver education, positioning, and environmental modifications. Goal. Achieve the highest possible level of independence and facilitate a safe discharge home. Learning point. Early occupational therapy reduces disability and promotes functional recovery. Just as a building starts with raw materials, the initial phase of rehabilitation focuses on stabilizing the patient, involving neurologists, neurosurgeons, and physicians. Occupational therapy is skilled treatment that helps individuals return to success in their daily occupations, including activities of daily living, work, and leisure. The goal is functional independence. We achieve this through physical rehabilitation, adaptive equipment, home modifications, and guidance for both clients and caregivers. Occupational therapy is recommended if there is a decline in physical strength, hand function, self-care abilities, or if there is a need for work simplification and energy conservation strategies. Case Study 2. Upper Limb Rehabilitation. A 60-year-old woman has weakness of her dominant right arm 3 months after a stroke. She struggles to hold a cup, write, brush her hair, and prepare meals. Questions. Which occupational performance areas are affected? What interventions are recommended? How should progress be measured? Answer. Affected areas: feeding, grooming, handwriting, meal preparation, and household tasks. Interventions: task-oriented upper limb training, repetitive functional practice, bilateral arm activities, adaptive kitchen equipment, built-up utensils, and home exercise programs. Progress: monitor improvements in functional task performance, grip, coordination, and independence using standardized functional assessments. Learning point: repetitive, meaningful practice promotes neuroplasticity and functional improvement. Why are these services so important? As the old proverb goes, action speaks louder than words. Therapy provides the necessary actions for recovery. Consider the story of a 35-year-old teacher with right-side hemiplegia. His evaluation showed limited physical control, dependence in daily tasks, and an inability to perform his work. Case Study 3. Cognitive and perceptual deficits. A 72-year-old man has recovered physically after a right-sided stroke, but frequently ignores objects on his left side. He bumps into furniture, leaves food on one side of his plate, and forgets to shave the left side of his face. Questions. What condition is present? Which occupational therapy interventions are appropriate? What home modifications should be recommended? Answer. Condition. Left unilateral spatial neglect. Interventions: visual scanning exercises, cueing techniques, task-specific training, environmental organization, and cognitive rehabilitation. Home modifications: arrange frequently used objects within easy view initially, improve lighting, reduce clutter, and educate caregivers to encourage scanning toward the neglected side. Learning point: Addressing perceptual deficits is essential for improving safety and independence. His therapy plan was tailored to his young age and status as the primary breadwinner, focusing on a remediating approach to maximize his recovery outcome. Contrast this with a 65-year-old retired engineer, also living with hemiplegia. His assessment revealed long-term complications and a different set of personal life circumstances. Given his age and the duration of his illness, his therapy plan shifted toward a compensatory approach, focusing on adapting his environment for his specific needs. Case Study 4. Community Reintegration. A 75-year-old retired teacher has completed inpatient stroke rehabilitation. He walks independently with a cane but lacks confidence when shopping, using public transport, and participating in community activities. Questions: what are the occupational therapy goals? Which interventions can support community reintegration? How can long-term independence be maintained? Answer: goals: restore confidence, increase participation in meaningful occupations, and improve community mobility. Interventions: community mobility training, public transport practice, energy conservation techniques, problem-solving strategies, environmental assessments, caregiver education, and graded return to leisure and social activities. Long-term independence: continue home exercises, maintain regular participation in meaningful activities, attend follow-up rehabilitation, and adopt healthy lifestyle measures to reduce the risk of recurrent stroke. Learning point: stroke rehabilitation extends beyond hospital discharge, focusing on meaningful participation, social engagement, and sustained independence in everyday life. Ultimately, occupational therapy helps patients adapt, restore function, participate in daily life, and improves their overall quality of life while preventing further complications. Multiple choice question. MCQ 1. What is the primary goal of occupational therapy in stroke rehabilitation? A. Cure the stroke. B. Restore independence in activities of daily living, ADLC. Perform surgical intervention. D. Prescribe antihypertensive medication. Answer: B. Restore independence in activities of daily living, ADLs. Explanation: occupational therapy focuses on improving functional independence by helping patients regain the ability to perform meaningful daily activities, such as dressing, eating, bathing, and grooming. MCQ 2. Which assessment is commonly used by occupational therapists to evaluate independence in activities of daily living after stroke? A. Glasgow Coma Scale. B. Barthel Index. C. APGAR score. D. Wells score. Answer: B. Barthel Index. Explanation: the Barthel Index measures a person's ability to perform basic activities of daily living independently and is widely used in stroke rehabilitation. MCQ 3. A patient with left-sided hemiplegia has difficulty dressing independently. Which occupational therapy intervention is most appropriate? A. Complete bed rest. B. Task-specific dressing practice using one-handed techniques. C. Restrict all upper limb movement. D. Encourage complete dependence on caregivers. Answer: B. Task-specific dressing practice using one-handed techniques. Explanation: occupational therapists teach compensatory strategies and one-handed dressing techniques to maximize independence during recovery. MCQ 4. Which adaptive device is most appropriate for a stroke survivor with reduced hand grip strength during feeding? A. Wheelchair cushion. B. Built-up handled spoon. C. Cervical collar. D. Walking cane. Answer: B. Built-up handled spoon. Explanation: built-up utensils improve grip and allow patients with hand weakness or reduced dexterity to feed themselves more independently. MCQ 5. Which cognitive impairment following stroke commonly affects a patient's ability to complete daily tasks safely? A. Myopia. B. Unilateral neglect. C. Otitis media. D. Hyperthyroidism. Answer: B. Unilateral neglect. Explanation: unilateral spatial neglect, particularly after right hemispheric stroke, affects awareness of one side of the body or environment and significantly impacts functional performance. Thank you for the support and patience. Please do message here for any questions or any suggestions, if you may have. Do not forget to explore our other courses. Looking forward to see you soon.